Good morning. Happy Monday. So this gentle wake up class is, Monday morning, depending on what you do over the weekend. Um, you might be, when people have time to rest, they're more tired, they say sometimes than they expected. They thought that rest would be rest. And we tend to be really active sometimes in the weekends. We get things done around the house, we garden, all these different um, activities. So it's kind of like a little bit of recovery maybe from the weekend, but also getting ready for whatever is to come this week. So we've gone through many things, we'll go through many more, and we want to prepare for that. But we want to do it so intentionally, so consciously, so that before we have to react to anything, we are already stating what will be like, how we will respond, um, all before something occurs. So that means we are not necessarily choosing reactions, we're choosing how to set our minds. We're choosing what our default will be. And from that, the responses form. So let's start off in seated, sitting up tall. Have your blocks, blankets nearby, maybe straps today. So we will be setting an intention, but first let's find the center. So that means we're taking our attention away from the outward physical reality or outward events, outward anything, and drawing inward, bringing attention further in. If it feels right to you, you might bring hands to heart or hand to heart, hand to belly. Might bring palms together, might have hands to knees. Let's become a little quieter, going inwardly. And first check in and see, what am I feeling? What am I experiencing at this time? Remembering how important this period of time is. This time where you can go inward, where you can reflect, observe, be present. Follow the breath if you haven't already. Start to follow the breath, and then we're going to deepen it in a moment. But see where it is now. And then let's shift into a deeper breath. So leave it up to you if you'd like to keep breathing in and out through the nostrils, growing the breath without activity in the throat. Or if you'd like to come into Ujjayi Pranayama and contract the throat muscles so you can kind of narrow the passage and really pace the breath out. So either way, making sure that you have an inhalation that lasts maybe 5 or 6 seconds and an exhalation that matches that length. We're looking for evenness between the two parts of the one whole breath. The two parts, the inhale and the exhale. Creating a balanced, full breath. before we go further into our physical practice, let's bring palms together, thumbs to the heart center. And we're going to chant Om Namah Shivaya 3 times, remembering, recalling that there is a divinity that makes up who we are. That divine nature is what we are aiming to learn to know directly. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Okay, let's start to move and explore a little bit. Let's begin on the back. And once you're there, you can bring the knees into the chest. Take the arms behind and just feel the underarms open up and start to sway the knees side to side gently, little by little. And just continuing to sway side to side with the knees. The knees might eventually come all the way to one side, and then you might shift them all the way to the other side. And as you're going through these motions, go into the heart center mentally. Take your attention there. And also focus on what it is that you would like from your practice today. So making a little bit of a short-term intention here. What is it that you would like from your practice today? Is it to open up a certain part of the body? Is it to maybe strengthen a certain part of the body? Is it to focus the mind and work with concentration today? Is it to just become calmer or to experience more joy? So check in and just keep exploring the body, keep exploring the mind and the heart. And then we will plant the feet, open the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, and just keep the arms where they are, relaxed. And so let us go into that sensation that we are kind of going into a sleep for a moment. So we'll take a longer inhalation and a bit of a shorter exhalation this time. And a longer inhalation and a little bit of a shorter exhalation. So the way that we breathe, the patterns of our breath, really impact the mental state. So if you're taking this longer inhalation, shorter exhalation, you might feel just a little sleepy. And now we'll start to really kind of wake up a little bit. wake up into the practice. So take the arms and stretch them behind, really straighten the arms. Feel maybe the elbows are going to crack a little bit. Start to move the wrists. We're going to take loud yawns today. So it's like a breath with a nice sigh out. So deep breath in. Couple more of those. Deep breath in. Once again. And then we'll take the legs forward, reach the arms back, and find that long. That one created a yawn, a real authentic yawn. Just feel that long stretch. We're going to bring the right knee into the chest and bring the arms around the knee. Lift the head. Take a hold of the foot with the right hand. Lift the right foot, maybe both hands to the foot or one hand behind the leg. And just draw this leg in. Take a nice deep breath in, out, and bring the foot in closer to the chest. Take a deep breath in, out. Lower the head. Take the right knee to the right and press down on it with that right arm. The left arm can go out to the left. Deep breath in and out. And then we'll extend this right leg and take both of the arms behind. The next exhale, bring the left knee in. Draw it in, lift the head. Hold the foot, take the foot upwards. Deep breath in. And you can take those exhalations out through the mouth or in and out through the nose. And then from here, we'll take this left foot in towards the chest and pull it in. Deep breath in and out. Lower the head, take the left knee to the left, leg stays bent. Left arm pressing down onto that left leg. And feeling, hopefully, some sensations of opening, openness. Take that left leg and extend it forward, reach the arms behind. And we're just going to do this like a little wake-up sequence. So on the next inhale, lift the knee. On the exhale, you can lift the head. On the inhale, you can lift the right leg, extending it a little bit, maybe hold the foot. On the exhale, draw it in. On the next inhale, bring the foot in towards the chest. On the exhale, draw it in. On the inhale, lower the head and take the leg to the right. On the exhale, press down onto that leg. On the inhale, extend the limbs. Take a deep breath out. And the next inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, lift the head. Deep breath out as you draw the leg in. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, draw the leg closer. Inhale, bring the foot towards the chest. Exhale, draw it in closer. Inhale, take the leg to the left. Exhale, press the leg down. Inhale, find length with the arms and the legs. Take a big exhalation and then we'll begin again. So in the next inhale, lift the right leg, the hands, the head. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, foot closer to the chest. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, head down, knee to the right. Exhale, draw down. Inhale, straighten the limbs. And a deep exhalation. And then we begin again on the left side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, draw the foot in. Exhale, pull. Inhale, leg to the left, head down. Exhale, press down. Now just take another sequence on your own. And let's take 2 full sequences actually. You can add something, you can take something away. after that left side, then we'll just meet on the back, maybe knees to chest, or maybe just relaxing the body. And then we'll bring the soles of the feet together and be here for a moment. See if this has changed. The legs have changed. Experience has changed. I'm going to take the hands together and create friction, creating heat, a little bit of a fire that we're building in the palms. And pay attention to the muscles in the face, the forehead, the eyes. And then bring the palms right to the eyes. Put some pressure there, feel the warmth. Right, take the hands and kind of walk them around the face, the jaw, the chin. And then we're going to come into a little bit of a back bend here. So start to take the feet forward, but keep the feet together until only the heels are connected. Okay, then from here, the heels are connected, the knees are open. Press down into the elbows, lift the trunk, and then just kind of walk the elbows. We're going to take them slightly back, just kind of feel it out. You want to squeeze the shoulders back a little bit, let the head come back slightly. Or all the way if it's okay for the neck. And then release, exhale, lower down, bring the knees back into the chest. We'll take a big transition to a child's posture. So you can rock up, maybe you take a vinyasa in between, really up to you. And then when you're ready, we'll lower the hips to the heels, we'll lower the head down. And we'll sink into the body for 3 or 4 deep breaths. And then we're going to start to rise up. So let's begin to rise up to a table posture, hands and knees. We'll move through a few cat-cows here. Inhaling, belly relaxes, the head lifts. Exhaling, belly engages, the head comes down. Now just for fun, let's do things slightly differently. So we're going to find a neutral table posture and then just walk over to face the left side of the mat. You know, I don't know, this is my idea of fun. You can laugh all you want. Now from here we're going to feel like really that sensation of coming out of bed for the first time, just like walking out of bed. Sometimes we hop out, sometimes we kind of, I don't know, slop our way out. But we're going to come to a standing wide leg forward fold. So if you like to spring out today, you can bring the weight into the hands, roll over the toes, and then jump the feet up and take them to the sides of the mat, or to the front and the back. So just see if you want to do that. And what we're going to do is kind of play around with that. So if you're going to go to that route, you'll continue. You'll come back to the knees, and then you'll take the feet back. Now, if you're going to go another route, you might step one foot down, you might step the other foot down, come into a little bit of a kind of a squat, and then separate the feet. But then we're just going to reverse and come in and out of it. So it's a little bit of a practice with having our weight on the arms. And if you need to elevate the hands, if you have tightness in the back of the legs, you know, hopefully you have some blocks that you can bring hands right on top of the blocks and do this. So feeling a little bit of a burst of energy, or a gentle stepping. And then maybe once or twice more, and then we'll just be coming right into a forward fold and releasing. Wide leg forward fold. We'll be here for a little bit, so check in and see. Maybe you want to have blocks on hand, you know, be creative. About 5 or 6 more breaths. Exploring could mean movement, or it could be bigger movement. It could be very subtle movement, so that when you become still and you stop moving the limbs, you can sense the movement of the body as you're here. And the body's always moving, so long as it's flourishing with prana, that vital energy that sustains life. And we are learning to direct that energy. It's really a lifelong experiment. We're going to start to rise out of this by bringing the feet a little closer together, enough so that you can bend the knees, let the arms, the head, the back go for a moment, and then begin to unfold the spine. So you might find as you start to unfold that it feels better to bring the feet a little closer together. And then once you're there, we can move the head a little bit. Maybe just gentle side bends. I think we'll take the hands to the hips with this wide legged stance, and start to circle the torso a little bit. So what we'll do is take the trunk over to the left, towards the left leg, lower the trunk down, take it to the right, and then come back to standing. And so we're just going to continue moving through. We'll go one more circle this way, and then from standing you'll circle the other way. Even balanced breath. And then we will go through maybe one more circle and come to standing with the arms to a T. We're going to come into Warrior B. Pivot the feet to the right. So I'm not going to be in a mirror image. I'm going to pivot the feet to the right. Right toes face the front of the mat. Left toes face left side of the mat. Go ahead and start to sink into the right knee. And we're going to take some little circles with the arms as we're here. So as you're doing this, feel the shoulder blades moving. Rotate the other way. See if this is detracting your attention from your legs. And see if you can keep the attention there as well. See if you can keep the attention on the trunk as well. And the whole upper body reaching upwards as you're moving arms in circles. And then we will still the arms for a moment. Keep sending the arms back and down, or the shoulder blades back and down. Feel the level arms. And then wrap the left arm around the low back and come into a peaceful warrior, right arm up and over. So right knee still lunging forward, maybe even deepen the lunge and widen the stance. Another deep breath. And straighten the right leg. Bring the arms to a T, toes facing the left side of the mat, right into an angle posture, so different than triangle posture. Bring the right hand down to the right leg, left arm up. So main difference is the direction of the right foot, the front foot. And we'll inhale, rise up to standing, arms to a T. Pivot the feet to the left, so we're coming into Warrior B on the left side. So once you're there, lunge into the left knee, right leg stays straight. Arms are to a strong T, and then we'll go ahead and start to circle the arms again. We'll rotate the arms in the other direction. Still the arms. 2 breaths. Sink into the left knee. Keep a deep lunge here and then a peaceful warrior. Right arm behind the low back, left arm up and over. And straighten the left leg. Bring the arms to a T, face the side of the mat. Take the hands behind, interlace the fingers. Nope. Bring the arms back to a T. Let's find that angle posture to the left this time. So left hand comes down the leg, right arm up. And then we'll come back up to standing, arms to a T, then hands behind. Interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders back, look up. Exhale, fold forward, just about 3 breaths. Let go, totally relax there. And then we're going to release the arms and find a twist. So a block is helpful here. So check in and see if that's going to work for you. We're going to plant the left palm down underneath the heart center and then inhale the right arm up. So if that's a little challenging, remember, use a prop. We'll check in and see, make sure the right shoulder isn't rounding. You want to put effort into sending it up and back, taking the heart to the right. Feeling where you're feeling the most opening here, so maybe the left inner left thigh. Feeling some relief in the spine, surrounding muscles. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left arm up. And we'll say one more breath. Exhale the left hand down. Let us come back to a forward fold. So release the trunk. And then we're going to bend the knees and unroll the spine. Come back to our standing position. We have two options. You're either going to, I don't know, no, let's not. Let's see if we can do this together. So we're going to heel toe the feet, hips distance apart, and we're going to find eagle arms. So feet are closer together. Inhale, reach the arms up. First find a side bend to the right. You can face the front of the mat or stand the side of the mat. And then inhaling center, exhaling left. Inhaling center. And then from here we'll go ahead and take those arms. So we're going to reach the arms up and then cross. We'll have left elbow in front of right elbow. Right elbow is closer to the heart center. Wrap the arms around each other. You might find palms together, tighter shoulders. That will be more challenging. You might be able to bring tops of hands together. Or you can do one of these, kind of pull the right arm in and just focus on opening like this. Now from here, we're going to balance just for maybe two or three breaths. And what we'll do is bend into the knees. So we have left elbow in front. We're going to cross the right knee on top of the left knee. Now for balance, if you need, you're going to bring the toes down on that right foot. If possible, you might send the foot around the calf. Then start to focus the elbows forward and upwards. And then sink into the standing leg a little bit more deeply. Unwind the arms, reach them up. Unwind the legs. Now we'll take right elbow in front, wrap the arms around each other. Set up the arms, elbows forward, up, bend into the knees, left knee on top of right. Maybe the foot's going to come down, so we've got support in case this is tough on balancing. Maybe you hook the toes, and we start to sink in as we focus elbows forward and up. Unwind the arms, reach them up. This is Garudasana, eagle posture. Now we open the arms, open the wings, and go ahead and unwind the legs. Take the legs out to a T. Exhale with the position to the side of the mat. Now hands come down, and then we're going to come back to the knees. So maybe you're going to jump the feet back and lower the knees like we did before. You can spin around to face forward. And now we're coming into a pigeon's posture. So we'll send the right leg behind. And then exhale, draw the right knee to the right hand, slide the left leg back. It's sway a little bit side to side. And settle your weight in. So it's almost been a minute, not quite. We're going to be here at least 2 minutes, so a little bit longer. Just focus on the breath. Maybe focus on living the intention that you recognize for your practice today. living it, if it was to lessen your sense of anxiety and to increase the sense of internal calm within you. Right now, find that calm. Be in the calm. If it's something else, work with it. Be with it. Do about 3, maybe 4 breaths, and it'll just be over 2 minutes. And we are going to start to rise up, find a little bit of a back bend. You're here, start to roll the shoulders a few times. So I think we're going to go a little deeper into the hip. We're going to roll to the right hip, swing the left leg forward, bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh. So this might be a little challenging because there's a bit of a half lotus involved. So just see what if it's possible. And if it's not, you're going to hold the leg and kind of persuade it, like, hey, it's not so bad. You can get here eventually. Maybe not now, or maybe not in 3 years, but it doesn't really matter. We just want to encourage, just say, it can occur if we open up those areas that need to be opened up. Now we're going to recline from here. So you can maybe keep the foot on top of the thigh and then recline into this is pigeon's posture on the back. You're going to hold this left shin maybe. Maybe you're deep enough now you can hold the shin or the knee. And if that's too much, you're going to hold the back of the thigh and pull this leg in. And then lift the head and see, where is the position of this ankle best for you? Is it closer to the knee? Is it closer towards the upper thigh? If you flex the right foot, how does that change this experience? See if you could flex it. Most likely it'll get a little deeper this way. So now we're going to hook this leg with the arms and extend the left leg forward. And if that's not an option, then you'll stay where you were and focus on that. You might be able to lower the head. Now we'll take this right leg skyward and hold the leg up. Maybe hands to right foot or hand behind the thigh. See if you can straighten this right leg a little bit more. Now it does help to take our movement with the ankle. So find some circles with the ankle. Some flexion, some pointing, extension. And then we'll flex the foot, a couple deep breaths. So now you can, 2 options here. You can grasp the big right toe with the peace fingers and take this leg out to the right. I'm out of space here, so I'm going to scooch over. You've got that option to do this with extension in the leg, or like we did earlier, you have that right knee bent and you're pressing down into the knee. So this is opening areas in the body that tend to be ignored, and then they can create all kinds of pulling and discomfort on the pelvis and the muscles that kind of wrap around the pelvis and the trunk and the legs and So we want to open these spaces up and get more mobility in the hips and take care of them, especially if you consider how many people end up having hip injuries and surgeries and replacements, as you know, even younger people now, but especially as we age. So we want to take care of these spaces. Now we'll go ahead and bring this knee to center, bring the other knee to center too. Hopefully you feel differences in the legs, and then we're going to rock up, come right to a table posture, and do this with the left side. So inhale, lift the left leg behind, exhale, left knee to left hand, right leg slides back. Lower down, we're going to start our 2 minutes right away here. So deep breath in and out. So we're almost at our first minute. About 5 more deep breaths. We'll start to rise. I'm going to find a little bit of a back bend here. Maybe check in with the shoulders. I'm going to roll to the left hip, bring the right leg forward. And then maybe here you'll hold the foot, pull it in, or maybe you'll bring the foot on top of the thigh. Just kind of feel this one out. And then when you're ready, we're going to recline. So see if you can get into it from here. And we'll lift the right leg and draw it in. And then find again this right position for the left leg. Is it closer to the knee? Is it closer towards the upper thigh, towards the hip crease? So you might stay right here. You might take both of the arms and hook them around this lower left leg and extend the right leg. And then we'll take this left leg skyward and hold the foot for a moment, or the leg itself. Let's find some extension now and work with the ankle. Flexing, pointing. And then we'll hold some flexion in the foot, toes drawing, let's say, downward. I don't actually know if that's downward, but the whole footprint is looking upwards, right? The toes are closer to the face at this point. So from here, you might grasp the big toe, the peace fingers, and take that left leg to the left, right arm out to the right. Or you're going to do this with the left leg bent and put some pressure on the left leg. And we're just about ready to rest here. But we're going to check in and see if maybe something else is going to benefit you before you rest. So let's take another breath or two here. Bring the leg back to center. Bring both of the knees in. Rock a little side to side and just feel it out. So maybe you want to take a spinal twist in reclining. Maybe you want to rise to seated and work with the neck for a moment. I can sense that just about every part of me feels open and relaxed, but the neck is not. And we didn't do anything much with it, so if you don't know what to do, I would recommend the neck. You can be taking circles with the head. You can be tilting side to side, holding one side. I like to put some pressure here and release some stuck tension. And once you've gone through and maybe taken those twists or taken this movement with the head, let's start to come down to the back or to your comfortable lying position, one that might even look like the way you sleep. So just being able to let the body go and come into that sensation of relaxing, resting, letting the body get heavy, knowing that you are supported. So let us say you are supported physically and you are supported by the laws of nature. So that when we set our intention after we awaken from this little short slumber, trust that the laws of nature will help you see this week's intention and see it through. At this time, take rest. Before you change anything, just direct your attention now, direct your awareness to the whole body and sense that this vital force, this prana, is circulating all through the body. Sense that it's circulating all through the brain, through the heart, through the hands, through the feet. And let's begin now to deepen the breath and begin to move the body. Like you're waking up for the first time today, for the first time this week, and you know how you're going to set up your internal world as you meet what we can call the external world. So check in and see, just kind of feeling some movement out. And rather than hopping out of bed or jumping off the mat, we're going to sit, bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center, close the eyes, maybe bow the head, going within yourself and identifying, shining a light upon what it is this week that you would like to experience, what you would like to begin, what you would like to accomplish. It can be concrete or it can be more abstract and be something within you, a state of mind, a state of being in which you can focus on for the week. And every morning you might wake up and remember, or just remember this. And that day you'll set up the mind and the body to follow and listen to this deep desire that you've recognized within. So at this time, we'll take a nice deep breath and let's chant Om 3 times together. Deep breath in. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you everybody for being here. I wish you a beautiful day and hope to see you soon. And just want to remind you, if you got my email, you might have seen this information. And if you don't get my emails and want to, you can go to my website to do that, or just to verbalize, the schedule for this week and for the next 6 weeks is pretty much the same, but the difference is going to be that the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday classes, each on their own, will run for 6 weeks and help break down some of the things that are occurring. So Kundalini, we'll focus on Kundalini for 6 weeks on Tuesdays, and we will maybe take it a little slower, or we might focus on something in particular and break it down and help us really digest and understand and experience, because that's really the best way to learn, rather than have things at very fast pace thrown at you, although that's experiential too. All of this is. But that way, if you want to commit and say, you know what, I really feel like this would be good for me to say 6 weeks, I'm going to stick to a specific practice, then you can do that, and nothing changes in terms of donations. It's still donations. You can send me a message and just let me know, hey, I'm committing to this. And then that way we're both kind of helping each other. You've told me you're going to do it. I'm going to root for you that you do it. And then also it'll help me structure the class and just kind of know who I'm working with, what I'm doing. So, oh, good morning. Is that Jake? Yeah, that's Jake. Good morning, Jake. I'm glad you made it. I haven't seen you in a bit. So that is what that is all about, and same goes for Wednesday. If you say, I want to learn how to structure my vinyasa flows, I want to learn a little bit about how to sequence. It's a very gentle approach to it, but it's builds in there so that you can insert your own flavor and creativity, and that would be for 6 weeks. And then Ashtanga Yoga, uh, so it's a little bit of a challenging practice, but it's nice because once you learn it, it's yours forever, and you don't need a teacher. Like really, none of this. You don't need a teacher, right? But especially that one, if you know what's coming, you don't even have to think, and it becomes a deeply meditative flow, and it's quite beautiful. So for that, we would break things down as well, and as we go through week by week, we focus on certain aspects, and they are all the classes, especially if you're taking the 6 weeks, then you can ask me questions, and that will help me create learning points, and it will help me give targeted information for certain things, because questions are important, and it's nice when somebody is there to be able to answer them as best as they can. So that is all. Have a beautiful day. I'll stick around, play the bowls for a little bit. Take care. Oh, and you do not have to sign up for the 6. If you just want to pop in and out, just, if this is something you've already been doing, popping in and out for a class here and there, by all means, keep doing it. It's just going to be more focused of a class.